And we are going live. Arthur, can you hear us? I think we might not have Arthur right away. He is trying to join us from San Francisco. But to anybody who is in the chat already with us tonight, welcome. And we're watching Team Elimination race tonight on Virtual Regatta with TRL, Team Race League, organizing tonight this event. And well, as the first race is going to get underway, we will introduce the teams and the players to you and hope Arthur can join us soon.
I am in the back. Thanks for having me, Nick. Always a pleasure. But I'm having some connection issues, so I'm with you. I'm gonna follow these races, but I'm trying to set up something here.
All right, we can hear you now, so that's cool. Good to hear you. Good to have you, and good to see all the e-sailors joining us for this late night little stream here. Taking it easy, no stress.
No stress for us, but the sailors are I don't know if this is going to count towards some like general league or something and points, but they're definitely playing for the win here.
I think this is a pop-up event tonight, so we're going to try to bring you the information as we get it. The notice of race was published a little bit sooner, a little bit earlier today, so we're getting all of this as it comes to us. But yeah, should be a fun evening. And who are we still waiting on? First race should be 20 boats, I believe. It's a 4-team last is out event format tonight. Who do we have? We have a French team with Pepito, Zavnis, and Criqueville. Who do we have? We have also, they're in pink. The Portuguese team is going to be in yellow, I see. Oh, it's a Spanish-Portuguese team with Martin Fernandez. Also got Samuel Sancho and Nauzet from the LDLN team. Shout out to LDLN Sailing. Always good teams. Got another Portuguese. This is the Sion, depending on how you pronounce it, with Nuno Neves. Insta team, not sure who that is. And they're probably waiting on their third player. Who do we have on the Sion team tonight? We got Andre Texeria who's going to be here. This Insta player from Holland must be Robert Huisman. And also T. Santos and Jones Killer will be replacement players, waiting for their third pick right now. We've got the virtual intercourse team, VIC, we're not afraid to say it. Virtual intercourse with Arthur, with Bradley, and with Dove Bosma tonight. Hello, Dove. Good to see you on this winning team. We know Vic very well on this channel because Bradley's a co-host. Shout out to him and hope he does well tonight.
One thing I'm noticing is, so Team 541 Top, which is the strong Spanish team, is now so many players. They have 2 teams in this event. We got Team 541 Junior and 541 Top.
We've got a double team top 541. Sick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They got things going in Spain for the esports scene on this game. That's really good news.
And so how many teams total do we have tonight? 5?
I am double checking, but
in case you're wondering, Arthur just moved again. He doesn't have enough internet tonight to join us by video, so we're just gonna have him on audio and have this great photo of him that I took last summer when we were on the beach, as you can see in our game chat. So that is why we don't have a video feed with our co-host Arthur from San Francisco tonight.
Yeah, I had a little extra weight on that picture.
Oh yeah. Definitely been
Man
working
was in a
out.
bad mood.
All right. Say hi if you're in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for tonight. And I think we're streaming on all 3 platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and of course Twitch. So hope you guys can catch this. Race is starting. We are watching a bugged out boat, so we're going to go back to the race line. And I believe our game may be glitching out right now. We are stuck watching this organizing boat. It's not going to be great to start the race off, is it? Let's hop out and hop back into the race real quick so that we can watch this in better conditions. This is the first race of the team elimination event. I'm going to have trouble saying that tonight. Here we go. We're going to get a better camera and hopefully get the start for you. 14 seconds on the line. We see Sai1 is coming up pretty well. The French team is well placed. No penalties yet.
Pretty spread out evenly amongst the starting line.
Best start for Virtual Winter Course.
And at least no bad starts for any team here. So this is going to be an interesting upwind leg. They really have to grab as much advantage as they can here so things will be just easy on the downwind leg. If they manage to get out of the rest of the fleet, they'll be pretty much safe for this first race. Oh, and a ballsy move. Nuno Neves trying to go ahead and cross, but TP Martin had the starboard tack priority. So a few aggressive plays here.
We got Cacho, who's playing on the Sai1 team and who will tack right in front of Vic Arthur, forcing him to tack again.
I'm having connection issues here. It's funny because the boats are just moving like sideways, really, in a bizarre way. It's quite something. I wish I could show this to you.
It's cool you can join us tonight, even despite your connection issues.
I see the wind pressure has changed a lot. Darker spots on the main map.
Got Bradley, and it's Dean, who just tried to cross over in front of, I think that might be Fanj. No. Lord Berry tonight from Czech Republic. Haven't seen him in a TRL event for a long time.
Funky music in the back.
I thought it was better than the sound effects on the game.
I really can't check on the stream if it's okay, but if you're in the chat and feel like the volume is a little low, a little high, feel free to shout us a message and let us know if anything. If you want to shout out to your favorite team as well.
We're taking requests. We're taking requests. Virtual Winter Course is in trouble here. Dean took a penalty and Doe Bosma is very last right now. And since this is the last is out, you really don't want to finish last. Like he's 22 meters behind that 19th boat right now. So they're in a pretty sticky situation. It's 2 eliminations are out tonight. So we're going to have a couple of fleet races with the entire team. But you definitely don't want to pick up a loss in the first round. Very first race. It's weird. I don't have the volume control I usually have on Chrome. Here we go. I'm gonna bring that volume down a little bit over so that we can enjoy the game without the sound effects. Ooh, that's a beautiful layout, isn't it? If you can see this right now, it's it's incredible. Fleet racing at its very best. Fleet team racing. Right now, it's the French team with Pepito up in ahead and up in the lead on this first downwind leg. But again, this isn't a traditional race. It's not who wins. It's about who loses. So right now, we're trying to see who is last, and I think it's still Doe Bosma on the virtual intercourse team.
Yep, they're gonna have to try a very aggressive move to save their teammate before the end of this race. And as I was saying earlier, yeah, once you're ahead on these races, as French Frog's team is showing, that definitely keeps you in the clear for the rest of the game.
Have they chosen the Sailing Frogs team name again as
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's French Vert, Criqueville, Team Carpentier. Oh yeah, that is them. Yeah,
it's Sailing Frogs again. Good to see that team coming back as a usual staple on this circuit. I think it's Doe Bosma who's still last right now. All right, thanks. WHGBR, thanks for joining us in the chat. Don't lurk. Tell us what who you're here to watch and who you're rooting for. But thanks for giving us the feedback on the audio. We hope the music is to your liking. It's just a little playlist that we can safely stream on Twitch without getting copyrighted and banned.
Yeah, those are strict rules.
So we've got some other stuff. If you're more into heavy guitars or dubstep or whatever, you let us know right now. Second upwind leg of the first race. Gonna start taking notes to see who's coming up and who is losing it after this first race. And you'll find all the results obviously on Arthur. Can you tell us on what website you can find all the results?
The best site ever by French L1. I said it was sailranks.org. Best website ever. Or .com. Sailranks.
Find all your results on Sailranks.
Sailranks.
You need a result? Go to Sailranks.
Need to organize an event? Send a message to Sailranks.
I think Virtual Intercourse has managed to climb back up. They clawed back up to 18, and so they're not in that worst position. Brad Adams needs to stay ahead of, as we said, I think this is Robert Huisman over here in this Portuguese, Team Cheisberg. Dutch boat that is currently last. But Doe Bosma is fighting also. Here we go. Battle up at the first upwind mark. What's going to happen?
Yeah. French Frogs and the Portugal-Spain team are just playing for fun and inflicting penalties. Just, you know, they're far ahead, so they can just play together if they'd like.
All right, Cube is currently last right now. Cube, who recently just won the Open Team Race Festival on Crisscross Applesauce. Unbeaten, but right now in that dreaded 20th position. And yeah, Brad Adams is on fire. We remember his great performance last week on the Open Team Race Festival that was streamed over on eSailing TV. And right now, Brad just speeds ahead of Cube, who picked up a penalty off of Doe Bosma. Gotta be careful on that last downwind leg. Gotta be careful. And I think Cube just disconnected. No, where's Cube? He's still here. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't see him blue on blue for a second there. We've got so much nice blue back on the screen.
Yeah.
Wind is back.
It feels great. I mean, just having that intelligence, kind of lost and not knowing what's going on. Great to have that back in the game.
I'm trying to bring you the best angle on this battle at the end of the race. I'm sorry for those sound effects as usual. Our good friends at Virtual Regatta are giving us those great sound effects. It is a three-way battle between blue, green, and black right now. So Sai1 Virtual Intercourse and the blue team, not sure how they're called tonight. The Cubes team, definitely. With Juan Papeto, the Papeto brothers are here tonight.
Their team Doraemon.
Team Doraemon is going to have to fight it out against Virtual Intercourse. Yeah, I think Virtual Intercourse is going to pick up the loss on the first race. If the board confirms what we saw just seconds ago, it is Dean who picks up a very last place on this race, and now Virtual Intercourse has picked up one loss. If they pick up another loss, they will be unfortunately eliminated from this event. So GG to, I believe it was the Sailing Frogs team that finished first. Nope, it was Martin Fernandez's team. Sailing Frogs did come in nicely second, all grouped together. Let's hope they can keep that up tonight. If we had any French spectators in the audience, vive la France. And let's go on to the next race. Hope the race committee is going to be able to bring that to us quickly. Evolve team also tonight streaming some events on Last Is Out. You can always catch some good races if you want to go onto Virtual Regatta and just watch what's in the custom race menu. This is a spectator mode, and usually some pretty interesting races right now. Who's racing on J70s? A bunch of boats I don't know. Over on Evoile team, we've got a lot of good French boats, but also Kiss My Ass, and mostly a lot of French boats. But some of the best. And race number 2 of this event is going to start. I'm gonna try to bring you the name of that yellow team tonight.
One out Vic. Yep. It's the first point. So it's like last time, right? They have two points to be out?
2 points to be out.
Alright. Yeah, I feel like the Team Race League has really been very active these last few weeks. Not only organizing events such as the one streamed by eSailing TV last week, over 2 days, and just generally speaking the weekend sailing. So for those who are joining us or don't know about Team Race League, there's a special weekend league where points, you get more points for playing during the weekend, and there have been hundreds and hundreds of games played. Really nice to be able to play with those top players, and they give some great advice. It's a very friendly space when you don't get yelled at because because you just ruined somebody's race. They'll actually give you some good pointers. So for anyone interested in joining Team Race League, be sure to join the weekends. You'll find lots of players.
I'll definitely try to check that out. Race number 2 starting up here. Timer has started up, and we're going to see in about a second or two where the line is going to go on this start. Ooh, I think it will go at the committee boat on the right side where we got a lot more pressure. Slight advantage to the downwind mark though, but I still, seeing where the fleet is going right now, I'm pretty sure this is going to start off at the boat.
Yeah, that wind is coming in, the heavy wind is coming in from the right. You can see that dark spot, and we'll slowly slide to the left, to the middle, between, just in front of the starting line. So it's going to be at a great advantage to stay in that heavy wind and start at the committee boat to stay as long as you can. with the cleanest air. Teams
10
are
seconds
really
to
closing
start.
in here.
Going off to the committee. We've got the sailing frogs that are in position. They've got a boulevard, an avenue open in front of them, a freeway open. Sai1 picking up a penalty right on the start. I think there might have been a false start. No, it looks clean. But two boats, I think some friendly fire over here on the Sai1 team, picking up penalties. And oof, oh, that was a close one. The whole team finally almost picked up penalties just by fighting amongst one another and starting a little bit too close.
Yeah.
So the yellow team is Team Portugal-Spain.
Yes.
And just want to say hi. We just noticed got some new viewers in the chat, so welcome. Good to have you with us, and welcome to the TRL Team Elimination race. A couple of races that we'll be streaming tonight. Kind of a pop-up event, and it is a last is out format. Teams are 4v4. Ooh, big wind shift over here to the left side of the track. Boats are a little bit slow over here to tack. I wonder what they're waiting for. They're probably waiting not to pick up a penalty, but they've got to go at one point. Here we go. Virtual intercourse, Arthur just picks up a penalty from Juan Parejo.
Just checking at the last spot here, we see Cacho, which is pretty far behind from the rest of the fleet. He's got some clean air, but is not in a heavy pressure zone, heavy wind pressure zone. He's not going to be in a good situation to try to catch up there with the rest of the fleet. So let's see if his teammates decide to make a move and go and help him. But that pretty much ensures victory for those other teams.
Mm-hmm. They will go on to fight another round. And a lot can happen, though. We're still only on the first upwind leg. And no team is at the risk of being eliminated on this race. So, ooh, another massive wind shift, this time to the right.
Oh, can you hear me loud and clear? I just lost a headset there.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, we're watching if Cacho can catch up. No pun intended, but it was pretty funny anyways, thank you. Just trying to see if he can catch up on this next downwind leg that's going to be coming up. I appreciate the little hi-hat. And we're trying to keep everyone entertained out here.
And ourselves entertained as well.
Yeah, don't lurk. Let us know what you think in the chat. That's what Twitch is all about. And we're not actually watching the Facebook or YouTube chat. We haven't set that up yet. So if you're leaving us messages in there, really sorry if we can't get back to you. Drop in on Twitch. All right, Cacho's catching up though. Here we go. He's on Team Portugal-Spain. Now Zed Acosta is right ahead of him. He said it's never over until that downwind leg has come down. And so now it's going to be a fight between Sai1 and Portugal-Spain.
All right, yep. It's definitely going to be a fight between Team Yellow and Team Black. Yes, they won't be able to push on the rest of the fleet, which is going to go far ahead.
Ooh,
definitely, I'm calling yellow or black.
Sam Sanchez, who's trying to put wind out of Nuno Neves' sails, all while putting a penalty over on Cacho. This is interesting. And we have right ahead of him now Zed, who's going to try to also block. Let's watch this. This is going to be fun. They look like figure skaters on this from this view. Very interesting to see that team play, how it's very consistent on both sides. Ooh, there we go. Sam Sanchez trying to flop his sails while Nuno Neves does pick up that penalty. So it will be Portugal, Spain, who's going to be able to round this downwind mark first. I may have spoken too soon. We've got a starboard jibe here from Nuno Neves on Sam Sanchez. And so Sam Sanchez picking up the penalty around that downwind mark again.
What a move there. Trying to push out Samuel Sanchez.
Very good maneuvering from Cacho. We got to say, he just made a really good comeback from his first upwind. It's not going to be enough right now for them to win. They still need to stay ahead of Sam Sanchez, and those two other yellow boats are going to put a lot of effort into trying to slow them down. But it could actually be all they need.
Oh, yellow TP Martin going straight. Wow, he took his kite out to go and flick the penalty on himself.
He pulled his kite out to be able to put a penalty over here on Scheisberg, who we think is Robert Huishman. We have no proof of that yet.
What an aggressive play. I can only imagine that maneuver in real life, you know. Guys like, let's ram them.
Oh, what kind of boat could take that beating?
I don't know.
So we've still got
Pepito in a tricky situation there. He's getting stuck by the two blacks. I wonder if they're aiming for the French there. Thomas Martin is definitely slowing down, trying to push off Pepito. I think they're going to team up against that French player.
They're saying, Pepito down here. This is the French player that we're talking about. Sorry, we had a little bit of trouble locating. So yeah, Pepito being sandwiched in there, and maybe that there will be a double team maneuver against this lonely French boat.
Look at that, TP Martin going for the penalty again with his
That
kite.
was sick.
What?
That was very sick. I don't think Pepito was expecting Martin to be that aggressive on the upwind mark. And here we go, blocking again. Pepito picking up that penalty, this time off of, I think it was Cacho.
Nozet being stuck here.
Nozet just got completely winded. He got headed by that wind shift, and he is slowed down, and I think that is it there.
Martin trying that kite move again. This guy getting the penalty himself. You can't do it every time, Martin. Nice try.
It does look like yellow, Jessica. It does look like yellow's going to have to pick up a loss on this one. They actually just finished first on the last race, so it really goes to show everything is up tonight. All of the teams are excellent, and we have no idea who's going to win. Who are you betting on?
Martin giving that penalty again on Pepito. They really want Pepito out of this race, and now Martin is going to place himself above Pepito while he's still under penalty.
Nozet has actually managed to catch up. The penalties put on Pepito were that violent. Let's try to get that.
We see the other pink boats are waiting now. Funch is going to try to help his teammate. Is it too late?
Having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Focusing on this action from the helicopter view. So right now, Team Portugal Spain is still last, but there we go. Pepito has finally passed last, and right now it will be up to Fanch and to Xavnice to be able to slow down the opposing team and hopefully let their teammate pass the line, and then pass the line themselves. But that is exactly what Team Portugal Spain was expecting. They managed to block, and I think that is a loss for the Sailing Frogs.
Yep, the first out point. Wow, such aggressive plays there. Really unexpected. And
I think it's really going balls to the wall tonight. There's no rules barred. This is bare knuckle sailing.
I like that.
I mean, even I would say even like the guys from the UFC would look at this and say, "Oh, this is too violent for us."
You know what we need? I know what we need. We need a Kraken. Let's release the Kraken.
It's the Kraken.
And then it'll be utter chaos.
It's still a little bit early for you, but over here in France, where it's already 10:30, I may actually go release the Kraken from that bottle over there. I managed to hold the Kraken inside of a small glass bottle. So let's see that for the next race. Let's see when the next race is coming up. So far, so good. We've had a pretty decent race committee tonight. I see Brad's on it, so that's not surprising. We are on race 3 of the team elimination race tonight, hosted by TRL on Inshore streams, playing on virtual Regatta. And so far, teams Virtual Intercourse, who are in green, and team Sailing Frogs in hot pink, have picked up a loss. If they pick up a second loss, they'll be eliminated. Starting on the third race, we can actually start seeing teams being eliminated now.
Yep.
That was the case before, but we knew Virtual Intercourse was just a fluke that they lost their first race. They actually came in first on the second.
Meanwhile, I'm checking that I still have enough data to keep on streaming with you. It's good. I still have enough data on my account.
All right, yeah, we hope that you'll be able to keep on streaming with us soon. Normally should be about, another hour or so of streaming. We'll be here around until midnight, more or less, Paris time. That'll be at 10 o'clock UTC, I believe. And yeah, we have to really say, there's something I've been thinking about, and I'm going to mention it now. It doesn't really make sense the time that we're playing these events. I mean, we should probably break things up into 2 leagues, and I was thinking perhaps of, suggesting an Atlantic League and a Pacific League, because this time of the day doesn't make sense for most European players, especially viewers who want to watch the stream with us, and it's starting to get a little bit late in the middle of the week. And it doesn't really make sense for a lot of American players who are working at this time or just getting home from work. So, yeah, I wanted to suggest maybe offering 2 different leagues with different events, but that would make it easier to watch and eventually cross over into.
It is very, very calm at this time of the day for, and later for us in the US. There are definitely more players in the European region or in time zone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only time this really works. The only people this time really works for is like the Spaniards and the Portuguese. I mean, this is the time they're just starting to wake up from their afternoon siesta, and this is it's normal for them to be up until 2, 3 in the morning. But up here in the north of Europe, it's a little bit harder to do that.
All right, we're in the minute, 45 seconds to go. How's the wind this time?
Got a big advantage over at the leeward mark. It's actually pretty strange that most boats are still over on the committee side.
How so?
There's a ton of space.
That patch of wind is moving away.
All right, here we go. Some of the fleet has noticed that there was some space at the mark, but they're already putting penalties left and right. Virtual Intercourse is more interested in putting down penalties than actually trying to get to the line. Who are we watching? I bet you that's Bradley or Arthur being super aggressive. It was Arthur. Gets a good start. Saiwan right now in the lead with Nuno Neves.
I see Pepito, who went to the right side of the water, trying to stay clear of all black and yellow boats. I think he's had his fair share of knuckle sailing. And choosing the solution of being alone, safe.
Watch me as I hop the fence to make my pleading argument. You're not just scared, you're making sense, believe me.
Yeah, back. Pepito definitely doing much better than on the last race.
He's been lately. Bet he took a walk on the wild side.
And I think we have on the opposite side, on the left side, we have Cacho and Martin Fernandez. And I think Cacho is looking at Martin, being like, you know, you have been really a thorn in our side during the last race, so I am going to control you this race, and you will not be able to do as you please. I think that's the statement Cacho is trying to make here.
I'm running till I trip and I fall down, girl. Just get up.
Beautiful views of Rio de Janeiro, Corcovado, and Ipanema.
There's already 100 meters between the first and the last.
It's still the first upwind. If I've learned anything on this channel watching TRL events, is that it's usually not done until the end.
It ain't over till it's over. True that.
See, they're still close up. I think 100 meters it's 100 meters, but it's still spread out wide enough over onto this race course that, now the wind shift is definitely putting Nauzet way over ley line. He's steered over course and could have probably shot a shorter tack. No, it's coming back to him. Made the right move. He's actually gonna have to tack again. Wow. Rio has really crazy weather. Got Vic Dean over here putting down penalties on the yellow team. Team Spain-Portugal. And Pepito is trying to avoid the green boat. They're both blocking. Here's a wall block coming up from Virtual Winter Course and Sailing Frogs. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's a carnage. This is savage. Here we go. Everyone's picking up a penalty as the teams that were stuck, especially the boats that were stuck in the middle of the fleet, had no option. They had to go through and pick up the foul. So right now, who's last? Looking like Robert from the black team Sai won.
Killer music you got there. It's really vibing.
I was about to change it up a little bit because we'd ran through the first playlist, and so now we're listening to Life of the Game. We're gonna see how this works, and if you don't like it, just let us know in the chat, and we'll change it. It's a little bit more
Upbeat.
upbeat, exactly.
I like it.
Looks like YDRT is last right now.
A lot of penalties being given at the mark there.
YDRT rounding the
Saw
mark
like 8.
very large. Oh, but he's gonna pick up a penalty on his own teammate. Cube just put a penalty on YDRT, and that's gonna slow him down and probably put him back into the last place. Oh, that's a shame.
Suck.
There is friendly fire on this server.
True.
Oh, this is very upbeat, very dubsteppy. Now let's watch if YDRT can come back up and protect that 19th place. Right now, Sai1 Heisbert has actually reverted back to the 20th position. Say hi if you're in the chat, if you're just dropping in, or if you're a longtime viewer. Don't hesitate to let us know. We've got a lot of new subscribers on the channel. Wanted to thank everyone who subscribed while we were away. I noticed that Joran from eSailing France joined the channel recently.
Yeah.
No, he's one of your favorite sailors, so
Yep.
saying hi to-
Yeah, I sent him a little message saying hi to the Braze. You know, they're kind of like us from California. You know, French Britain is, you know, the West Coast. They're good people.
Alright, so YDRT now back in that last place. The shift probably is going to favor him, but it's going to be very close rounding this mark. And there's going to be a wall block, so let's see which team is going to be the most successful on the wall block. Is it going to be blue or is it going to be black? Black and red, which is Team Scion. Already starting over here with Thomas Martin. Trying to slow down the pink boats. It's not the most important, Tomas. You should probably be focusing on trying to slow down the blue boats back here. Now we can see this over here. Nuno Neves is going to set up that wall block along with Robert and Cacho. The secret of the wall block is being able to release it fast enough that you can still pick up speed afterwards. And there we go. Scion inflicting friendly fire to Robert from Cacho. That is a shame, and of course YDRT is going to take advantage of that to cover Robert. Wow. Hard to... Oh, was there a fight over here at the completely out of the dog leg?
Yeah, Due Bosman trying to inflict a penalty to Kriegville. Kriegville just managed to pass behind him and get in the better position now. Kriegville has the advantage. Yeah, he's on starboard tack. That is definitely playing well for him. Due doesn't mind. He goes on to Xavnice. They're battling, you know, having a little bit of fun since it's going to be just straight to the finish line.
So right now, it doesn't look like either Virtual Intercourse or Sailing Frogs is going to pick up a loss on this race. So it looks like
no, they're safe.
We won't see any team eliminated on this race. We can potentially go all the way to the 6th race without seeing a team being eliminated, because there are 5 teams with us tonight, and 2 losses means a rout.
Letting the suspense linger a little bit longer.
Alright, there was a penalty up here. That was very strange actually, because it was Juan Parejo who actually managed to inflict a penalty while on the port jibe. That was interesting. And now he does it again. I don't know what's going on here. Juan Parejo putting penalties on port jibes all over the place. Is this a new exploit, a glitch in the game? I have no idea. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Those
if you know what's going on, please let us know in the chat. It's weird.
Those looked like port jibes, and yet penalties were going to the starboard boat. Probably while they were still maneuvering. I hear this is the sort of rule, is if you're still maneuvering while the other boat is already on its tack, or on its, on its jibe, the boat that's still maneuvering picks up the penalty, regardless of starboard.
Cube made a mistake.
Yeah, he just tacked. He jibed a little bit too late, and that will cost the blue team 1 point here. What's the name of this blue team?
Oh, snap.
Doraemon, and Team Doraemon has picked up this third loss of the evening. I can't help but notice that Scion's been getting lucky and lucky race after race. Alright, and so now we also see Virtual Intercourse is starting to play a little bit tighter. They finished first in the last race. Now they finish second on this race. All close together, all up there. Their fourth boat wasn't too far away. Dole Bosma was ninth. Here we go. Who got the best start? Lord Byrie. Lord Byrie playing, I believe, on the Portuguese-Spanish team again. Yes, he is. A Czech guy playing on the Port-Spain team. Just trying to keep it easy for us spectators, you know. The audience needs to be able, the audience needs to be able to follow along easily, so that's why we call the teams that way. All right. Thanks for joining us in the chat. If you just dropped in, this is going to be race 4 of the Team Race League Team Elimination race tonight. That's the first time I've managed to pronounce it correctly without stuttering. Needed a little bit of practice. And thanks for joining us. Let us know who you're rooting for, who you're supporting, and this is not what we're watching. We are watching a custom race that is slowly filling up. The lobby will be ready in a couple of seconds.
Alright. I'm in the game. Beautiful scene, beautiful view. We are once again in Rio de Janeiro.
Vito from the black team. Good to see you with us. Vito, are you on the black team from this black team on the event we're watching? That would be sick. If that's the case, let us know. If you're an eSailer and you're in the chat, let us know what your boat name is and we'll add you. You can race with us. I'm L'Infréquentable and Arthur is Arcturus. It's written up there on the chat. Or, I mean, up on the screen. So don't hesitate to add him on the game. And you can beat him really easily because he's not good at all.
Yeah, I get hit by the marks. Like I touch the marks and inflict penalties on myself. Just just to get a little handicap when playing, get things a little bit more interesting.
He's not in it for the race. He's just in it for sailing around, having a good time, enjoying the views.
The breeze in my hair.
45 seconds. The line is pretty straight. I've noticed that they've made the lines a little bit bigger in the eSailing World events. Hey, GBR. Hey, well, we're gonna add you right away on the game. Not a problem. It's good to know a new player. Are you from the UK or are you from the US? Because you're supporting Brad Adams and he's an American player, so that's why I asked. 10 seconds to the start. Virtual Intercourse is picking up 2 penalties over here. That's not good for them. Blue team as well. Scion has a penalty. And there's a false start over here from, I guess that was Cacho. So starting off very, very bad for Team Scion, who has not yet picked up a single loss.
Steady sailing there on their part.
Right now we're going to try to see if Cacho is able to pick up any speed over here. So far away I can't even pick him up with the mouse. He tacked, I think, at the wrong time. Cacho tacking while the wind is heading him right now, so that's not going to help him pick up any positions. Just adding a new player on our team base. And if you've ever raced if you've ever done any team racing, GBR, you should probably join TRL. We'll try to drop the link to their Discord in the chat soon. What's going on? Portugal, Spain is in the lead right now. Doraemon second and Sailing Frogs third. Scion's been flirting with the loss since the beginning of the evening, so I wouldn't be surprised if they picked up finally a loss on this race. It wouldn't be the end of the evening for them. All they need to do is hold on until the finals. They can still have one loss and still continue to participate. And even the finals will be best of 3, so there's no direct elimination, no direct knockout in this format. Okay, Scion over here starting to get in the fight with Virtual Intercourse. This is Nuno Neves picking up a penalty off of Doe Basma. And we're going to pass into aerial view as the boats start to round the first upwind mark. Portugal, Spain passing clean. Cacho still last.
GBR, I sent you the link to Discord, which is the how to join this TRL community, where this event is going on, and yeah, just sign up and start racing with the others. If you have any questions, feel free to shout them there as well.
These guys will help your game. If you're looking to improve your eSailing, definitely try to join a community, try to join a team. I can't believe it. Cacho managed to catch up, and it is YDRT picking up penalties on both of the marks and now last. Interesting to see what the Team Doraemon strategy will be from now on, because they just picked up a loss on the last race. So if they lose this race, they will be eliminated from the event. And yeah, GBR just sent you a friend request on virtual Regatta Inshore as well. So don't hesitate to
I thought you said virtual intercourse.
I was going to.
Can we have virtual intercourse? You know,
I sent you a request for virtual intercourse, but no, that was not what I was going to say.
At least it's safe, you know.
Yeah, it's COVID safe, it's girlfriend safe, it's social life safe. Just play virtual regatta as much as you can. Join TRL. Alright, things have sort of come together now. It's Scion versus Doraemon versus Virtual Intercourse versus Sailing Frogs for the last place right now. So things are still pretty open. I'm surprised by how fast YDRT was able to come back there. But again, he got clean wind, and that's the thing. When you're last one on the downwind leg, you're going to have clean wind while all the others are going to be in the fumes of other boats, and so you'll be able to pick up a lot of speed. Now you got to be able to hang on to it, and unfortunately YDRT wasn't. That's why he just picked up a penalty off of this Scion boat, Cacho in particular, and Scion still hanging on to their 0 losses for the evening. Unfortunately, not managing to pass ahead, but Sam Sanchez from Portugal, Spain has passed last. It's got a definite Ibiza vibe to it tonight, Jessica. I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a couple of piercings and frost my tips and start wearing a wife beater.
Oh, jeez, don't do that ever.
Portugal, Spain is currently doing everything they can to slow down other teams. Whatever team they can. Now, Acosta from LDLN is trying to let his teammates come back up, and it's working. YDRT's managed to go back to the last place, but it will be a fight, three-way fight between Saiwan, Doraemon, and probably Sailing Frogs on this last downwind leg. No, Doraemon is still in 20th with YDRT. I'm sorry.
Will we see our first team out?
Could be. If Doraemon is knocked out, then they will be knocked out of the event, and that would be quite a surprise because, like we said earlier in the stream, Cube, who's one of the sailors on this team, won the very last TRL event. To answer your question, we're not only streaming TRL, but TRL is definitely the most active community right now on Virtual Regatta. So they offer a lot of different events. Ooh, YDRT picking up another penalty right here off of Martin Fernandez. It's not good for him. So we're happy to stream TRL events when we can. And starting at the end of this week, you can catch all of the official eSailing World Championship events that will be going on for a whole month over on eSailing TV. So there's going to be a lot of interesting championships and a lot of interesting cups going on. Different race formats than what we're watching tonight. eSailing TV, they're also on Twitch, they're also on YouTube. You can just look them up. Very easy to find. Fun guys. They have pretty good streams and a lot more people in the chat getting it going, so we'll always be there. If there's a stream going on there, you can be sure we'll be dropping in as well.
We also did a few club championships for fleet races with eSailing France. That was quite a blast when we started off in April.
Yep. We've done eSailing France. We've done a little bit of eSail GP.
We haven't done any Kill the Pink. We'd have to try to catch one of those events one time.
We did a little bit of match racing with the Apache Race League.
Oh yeah, that was intense.
Earlier this summer, match racing was fun. YDRT, no, it's Juan Parejo right now from Doraemon who is last, and Doraemon putting up a wall block at the leeward mark to slow down Sion, but it is not enough. No, not the Papeto brothers. Not Juan Papeto. It can't be.
Paparo.
Pepito? No, Parejo. Juan Parejo finishes last. Team Doraemon picks up a second loss, and that is out for them on race 4. That will be the end of that race, and now we're going to go down to 14. It is Virtual Intercourse picking up the win, again, followed by Sailing Frogs, the hot pink French team. Yeah, so as I was saying a little bit earlier, Nations Cup starting soon. Let's take a quick look real quick. While we're still waiting for the next race to start, we actually just posted something up on our website about the Nations Cup. we're going to be very happy to bring you guys a little bit more info about that as the weeks go on and as we get more information about it. But here's the latest info about the Nations Cup. You can find it on InshoreStreams.live. And we have not only the official notice of race, but we've also got the format. You know which countries are already qualified. That's France, Italy, Netherlands, Denmark, Poland, Russia, Switzerland, Great Britain, and Singapore. And we've even got some names of the players who have been confirmed to be playing on the French team. It's going to be a lot of fun. The French team is stacked. They are going to be very hard to beat in this event. But I'm pretty sure the UK and, or Great Britain at least, and Spain will definitely be strong adversaries to beat. First time there's ever been a team racing event on Virtual Regatta, an official team racing event. So yeah, really interesting stuff going on. It's going to be streamed over on eSailing TV, but we'll be happy to bring you guys a lot of stuff, and it's going to be all on the website, the rankings, updated as frequently as possible, as well as just our general impressions on the races and you know, feedback from the athletes that do give us a little bit of their feedback. It's really fun of them. It's really nice of them. We've spoken to many of these eSailors before, and they're always happy to give you a little bit of insight on what they do, why they do it, how the event went. It's always great for them to participate and to give a little bit back to the community, building the community together. We're all doing a little bit our part. I'm definitely not sailing well, so that's why we make this channel.
As the minute starts on the 5th race? Yeah, the 5th race. Just confirming that. We are down to 4 teams.
Do you know why Jessica all of a sudden started speaking French?
I heard she has 2 passports too.
Jessica is bilingual. I didn't know Jessica was bilingual. It's very hot of you, Jessica, that you can speak French as well.
Bar. There we go. Clean start for everyone. Oh, we got one Thomas Martins who missed the start there, and that will place him last. All right,
so this is the beginning of race 5 of the team elimination race. I'm getting good at saying that. I'm getting really good at pronouncing that. And so far, we've lost Team Doraemon, so only one team has been eliminated out of the 5 teams playing with us tonight. And we could potentially in the next race lose Team Virtual Intercourse. That's the green team over here with Bradley Adams as team captain. We could lose the Sailing Frogs. That's the hot pink team with Pepito as captain. And those are the only 2 teams that we could potentially see knocked out in this round.
That's going to be very close there.
Wind coming in on the right side, though. It's definitely going to be an advantage to the boats who chose that angle.
It's interesting to see all the sailors in their private voice channels, probably giving each other strategies. I'd really like to just snoop in and listen a bit on attack now, we gotta get him.
If we see Virtual Intercourse knocked out tonight, we may have Brad joining us on the chat. but right now, Brad is racing on Team Virtual Intercourse, and right now, who's last? It is Virtual Intercourse, Delve Basma, who's over on the right side of the course, and probably, if he doesn't get a wind shift, will have trouble catching up. Definitely not over yet.
Oh, did I just see you 2 disconnect?
Ooh, ooh, yeah, wow, yeah, this server seems to be glitching hard. Ooh, ooh, oh baby, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? Everyone has abandoned the race. There might have been an abort sent out.
Yeah, race has been aborted by the committee. That actually counted as a race because there was a disconnect. That player is by default the last person.
So do we know who was eliminated first?
Andre Teixeira from team
Saiwan.
So, yeah.
I believe Andre is playing on
Going
Saiwan.
on to race 6.
Can we get a confirmation
Now
of that?
Team Black, yeah. Team Saiwan has now 1 strike, 1 out. So on this 6th race,
No, this is the 5th.
Pink, black, or green.
This is the 5th race that we just watched finish up. Great. Got the bonus for all the other teams thanks to that disconnect. Saiwan has picked up 1 loss, and that will put them at risk of being knocked out on the next race.
That must be really painful. Really painful for Andre.
Those are the
nothing
rules,
is
in
done
case
yet.
you're wondering. If you are disconnected from the game after the start, your team picks up a loss. You were considered to be the losing team. So that's what just happened, in case you're wondering. And yeah, even if several players are disconnected, it's the first player disconnected who picks up the loss for his team. The round is canceled, or not canceled, but just terminated, and we go on to the next race. That is race number 6, starting right now. So now we can see either Virtual Intercourse, Sailing Frogs, or Saiwan eliminated on the next run.
Yep. Gotta stay hydrated.
Exactly. I actually checked Twitch's terms of service for that. So it's cool if you're consuming liquors and you're of age and you're not being completely inebriated during your stream. However, they do frown strongly upon anything that may be stronger than alcohol.
You mean hand sanitizer?
If you're injecting bleach into yourself on stream, that's not gonna fly.
What about
Twitch is going to ban
Tide
your-
Pods?
I don't know. I guess Tide Pods is sort of a gray area.
All right.
Alright.
Oh, we went to play golf the other day, and the store clerk, who was really nice for the practice range, she was like, "Oh, you can use my hand sanitizer. I call it like this hand sanitizer happy hour because it's pretty much 80% alcohol in it." So it's definitely some good stuff.
Yeah, I remember hearing when we went to these like drug or alcohol prevention programs when I was in school about people who were so alcoholic that they would, resort to buying cologne and drinking like 80 degrees, that's like 160 proof alcohol straight from the bottle because that's the hardest stuff they could find. It's pretty sad. Hand sanitizer is pretty sad as well. If you're doing hand sanitizer, man, go play go play Virtual Regatta, learn to sail, just go to the sea, do something else with your life.
I guess the only good side is that you don't have bad alcohol breath when you drink cologne. Maybe.
Yeah, if you're doing whippets, same thing. Stop doing whippets. Start sailing. Start learning to do something else. I saw a funny story on the news the other day about a guy who was high on whippets and who jumped a drawbridge in Chicago.
Wow.
He literally jumped a bridge that was currently going up, and he managed to get the jump. His car was trashed. He was arrested on the other side, and It's like, yeah, whippets are a hell of a drug. Here we go for the start on race number 6. Let's hope there's no disconnect after the start. Virtual Intercourse, very well placed. Sailing Frogs, pretty good as well. Who's in a bad position here? Portugal, Spain with Martin Fernandez, not great. He's going to have to tack or pick up a penalty. He tacks, and he tacks a little bit early, forcing his own teammate, Sam Sanchez, to tack as well. This is not looking like a really good start. Neither is it for the Sailing Frogs, who aren't doing so great. Pepito is now last, down to 16 players tonight. And Sailing Frogs already have a loss, so if they lose again, they will be disqualified. Who's the only team to not have picked up a loss so far tonight? I don't think there's any team left. Saiwan, who am I missing here? Yeah, Portugal, Spain hasn't picked up a single loss tonight.
Oh yeah, Team Yellow, they've been very close.
Team Yellow has been best so far.
These Latin eSailors are known to be pretty damn good players, so I can't say I'm surprised they didn't get it.
Xav Nice from the French city of Nice is currently last. He's not a nice guy, in case you're wondering what that name means. He's from the French city of Nice, but he's actually very aggressive and very hard to beat.
He's not a nice guy.
He's not nice at all. That's not Mr.
No
Nice
more
Guy.
Mr. Nice Guy. Don't tell him we said that.
You'll hear it during the replays. He's having trouble. He's staying in the fumes, in the wind shadow of these two other boats, and he unfortunately can't make it out of that wind shadow. As long as another boat tacks in front of him, he's going to stay slowed down, and especially on the J70s, that means you're not going to be able to catch up on the boat ahead of you, no matter what you do.
Was that Insta just team friendly fired on Nuno Neves, or was that just me?
No, there doesn't seem to be any penalties going on right now. Let's try to catch a nice view of this bay of Rio de Janeiro. Sorry for that accent, especially to all of our Portuguese audience. Portuguese.
We need a Portuguese co-host to do the pronunciations.
That's a very good thing. Remind me of. We're always looking for talent on the channel. If you are a designer, if you're a player, if you're an e-sailer, if you want to get involved in the community, let us know. Send us an email over at inshorestreams@gmail.com. And right now, we're especially looking for video editors and graphic designers, especially. Social media managers, community managers as well. So if you feel like that's something you want to get interested in, we pay absolutely zero. So, it's all for the community. It's all out of dedication. But we will give you a lot of exposure. We will give you a lot of credit, and we'll help you get into the world of e-sailing and into eSports, which is really what it's all about. So, hope this message reaches somebody out there who wants to do a little bit more, who wants to get involved in the whole thing. InshoreStreams@gmail.com or on Twitter, InshoreStreams. Just hit us up, and we'll let you know.
Couldn't have said better.
We'll get back to you, and we'll definitely be able to find a place for you. Right now, who is last? It is Sai1 over here. Robert is last on the first downwind. Now it's Port Spain in the last place. Sai1 being able to squeeze back ahead. Sai won. Ah, man, if they hadn't picked up that disconnect, they might still not have a loss. Hey, Pirus, salut. Hello to all the French guys dropping in. Good to see you guys. Hope you had a good race tonight. Who won? Vous nous dites qui a gagné? If you guys could let us know who won, for anybody who was already in the stream with us.
I think the last race was Biap Park. It might be EVT Biap Park.
New player, not familiar with him, but I saw that he was playing. We dropped by your race a little bit earlier to see who was in it. Could see you guys had a lot of good French players on the roster tonight. Good French players tonight playing on Team Race League, the Elimination race. This is teams of 4, and last is out. So we already lost Team Doraemon. We've got 4 teams left before the finals, and the finals will be the last 2 teams, best of 3. Yeah, we can definitely see the best players going over and training with the Evoil team and with Yancy TV. Drop your stream address on the chat so people can find you guys. Good to see you. We're taking it easy tonight. Very chilled, very relaxed, and this is the second upwind leg of this race number 6. I think right now it's not Lord Beery, so it has to be Martin Fernandez who is last. Virtual Intercourse rounding the mark first. Dove Basma's probably being a little bit cocky here because his teammate Dean is stuck in the middle of the fleet and he could get picked on by the other teams, especially Sai 1. We've seen them do it many times. Here we go. Team Yellow, Portugal, Spain, Czech Republic is closing
Team
in.
Sai, the black team, is definitely trying to put up a wall there at the mark.
Virtual
I
Intercourse.
think they're aiming for
Arthur
Virtual Intercourse.
Yeah, they're slowing down Virtual Intercourse. That's why I was saying Dove Basma was probably being a little bit too optimistic, rounding the mark instead of waiting for his teammates. But as you can see, Portugal, Spain, they've slowed down completely. I think Nauzet Acosta got headed again.
Yep.
Oh, Nauzet, what are you doing tonight? It's the second time it's happened, and so definitely not going to look good for Portugal, Spain. Oof. I don't like these these distances here. Fleet is very spread out. What are the yellow boats going to do? We're going to see what the yellow team can do to help their teammates catch up. We have to be careful. Pepito is still hanging out around the 11th place, and let's hope he manages to cross the finish line.
Look at those sharks. Look at the black boats there,
here.
just
This
aiming
is
for the
dangerous
green.
over here. This is dead.
Oh, there's a disconnect. I just saw one.
Oh, was that
Only
a disconnect?
15 boats
Yep.
left.
We've just had a disconnect, so the race is already over. This is... No, was it over
And
or
that
is
was
it just finished?
That was Dewey Bossman. That's
Virtual Intercourse
that's
picked up a disconnect?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, then that's going to be it for Virtual Intercourse. What a shame. A disconnect on this downwind leg. You can see the players are having so much fun, they keep on going. Still hasn't been canceled yet, but as you can see, there's only 3 players on the green team. Not great. I think it might have been... Was it a disconnect or was... No, Dove Basma, I think, just finished the race.
Oh, did he? Oh.
He was so far ahead, remember?
He was. It just surprised me when I saw the score go from 16 to 15 players.
So the fight's going to be between yellow, which is Team Portugal, Spain, Czech Republic, and black, which is Team Sai-1. Ooh, Nauseta Acosta being sandwiched in between two black boats while Martin Fernandez is trying to defend his teammate and put a penalty down. There we go. It worked on Cacho. He was able to put the penalty on the starboard jibe. For once, there was no glitch. And that is a loss for Sai-1. That's 2 losses in a row for the Portuguese team, or for the Portuguese-led team.
Yep, Martin just passing the line merely seconds before and saving his team. Well played on still not having an out for Team Portugal Spain.
So that means that we're losing Team Sai-1 and that we are going to move on into the semifinals. The semifinals will be still last is out 4v4. There will be virtual intercourse. There will be Sailing Frogs, the French team, and there will be Portugal, Spain, the yellow team. Sailing Frogs and virtual intercourse already both have a loss, so potentially we could go straight into the finals after this race. And the next race is picking up. Ooh, LDLNs have started racing as well. As you can see, Javino is here, and we have some Evoid team players who are still going at it, even after their own competition. Now racing against the very good Spanish League players, so good luck to them. And thanks for dropping by, Bepark. C'était sympa de t'avoir vu. Sorry if switching over from French to English can be a little bit complicated sometimes. It's good to have seen you anyways, so don't hesitate to drop back into the stream anytime. We are going into semi-final race number 7. They're trying to fight. There's no point to it yet. The timer hasn't even started. They're starting to fight. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this race start, and I'm gonna go get myself a beer. Yep, that's it. No advertisement breaks on Inshore streams. We don't have any big sponsors. No World Sailing advertisement or Sail GP advertisements. We have to just, go off when there's nothing to say or nothing to do. Yeah, we don't have the same technical or financial resources as certain channels, but it's always good to see you guys with us tonight. Hope it's not too late for you, and really happy to see people drop by the stream so late into the competition, but you're here for the semifinals. Team Race League, Team Elimination Race. Tonight, it's a pop-up event, brand new format, 4v4, last is out, and so far so good for Team Portugal Spain. "20 seconds to the start. Let's go into aerial view and hopefully be able to catch all the action. The line is wide enough today." Definitely going to change when Mount Gay Rum has started to sponsor the game. We're very happy that there are some corporate sponsors in the game now. No false starts. I actually like Mount Gay Rum. I would drink this before I heard about the fact that they were going to sponsor Virtual Regatta, so I guess now Jamaican rum is going to become my favorite type of drink. I don't know if you can still can you still find alcohol in South Africa, or is are the liquor stores still closed? I remember hearing on the Yun CTV stream that liquor stores in South Africa were closed due to confinement. Yeah, that was tough.
I'm sure Yancy makes his own pineapple beer, like all South Africans do.
Like all good sailors do, you know you can make your own moonshine when you're a sailor. In any case, we're enjoying ourselves. We like to do it like eSailing TV does, so we like to have a beer during our stream. That's how the best do it, so we just imitate. Ooh, wind shift over here, put a bunch of boats over ley line, and now they're going to have to tack very quickly, avoiding penalties. Sailing Frog picking up a penalty over here. Man, that was a massive wind shift. Unexpected for the left side. Had Kalea, I thought you were racing against LDLN. What are you doing? We were about to watch your race. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the channel. This is the semifinals. If you're going to hop in now, we could go straight to finals after this race. Alright, so right now Sailing Frogs are last. Terrible. They were doing so well ever since race number 2, and unfortunately, just as we get some French players in the chat, Sailing Frogs are in a tough position. Criqueville especially has been doing very well tonight, so first upwind leg. They still have 3 more legs to go. I'm pretty sure this is going to work out.
They do have the advantage of position, so Funch and Pepito are far enough ahead that they can probably slow down the rest of the fleet to help their teammates climb back up.
You think so? They're going to try to wall block here, that's for sure.
I think it's more interesting to wall block than to actually try to get the good jibe on downwind. I feel it's a much riskier move.
Funch isn't blocking. Pepito isn't blocking. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to slow them down at the second mark? Let Criqueville make his way up? They're avoiding friendly fire. Here we go. Pepito attacking Virtual Intercourse, while Funch has sped ahead. Unfortunately, Zavnis is in a very bad position. He can't really do anything for his teammate right now. But look at this. Criqueville was able to catch up to Team Portugal Spain and to Team Virtual Intercourse. So here we go. The battle has started on the first downwind. Ooh, gotta watch out for those friendly fire shots. Not put anybody in their wind shadow, especially not a teammate. And try to head towards the good wind. Unfortunately, right now, Criqueville was headed towards the lower pressure.
Yeah, seeing how things are going.
Virtual Intercourse attacking.
Sure.
Oof, I think Vic Dean probably regretting that move right now, because he not only picked up a penalty, but he lost about 50 meters on that maneuver, and that's going to give Sailing Frogs a chance to slow him down. Now it's complicated. Virtual Intercourse needs to fight off Portugal Spain, the yellow team, but also fight off Sailing Frogs, the pink team. Otherwise, their teammate is going to stay stuck behind like he is right now. Oh, that was well played by the French team. I have to say, that was a pretty bad move on behalf of Virtual Intercourse. We usually support Virtual Intercourse on this channel, but I'll support a French team because we've got people in the chat rooting for them. Ooh, what's happened here? Criqueville. What happened to Criqueville? Is this what happened to half of the fleet? Have we got a glitch on our stream?
I have the same as well. Oh, and now I just lost them.
What just happened?
What?
I saw 3 yellow boats and a pink boat disappear. We probably have a disconnect on this semi-final round 1. Yeah, that is pretty strange. We have no idea what's going on. it's definitely going to leave a lot of players unhappy. Yeah, can't tell you right now what's going on. We're going to try to bring you the information from the race committee as it comes to us. How can 4 people disconnect at the same time? Is the question being asked by Bradley Adams from Team Virtual Intercourse. Sorry, Brad. It happens all the time, says Pepito. So I guess it's not the first time this has happened to them. But how are we going to count the first team to get knocked out? 2 outs. Yeah, well, that would put Sailing Frogs out anyways. Looks like the race committee may consider giving an out to 2 teams at the same time, which would mean that we would go straight into finals. Waiting for confirmation here. Thanks for bearing with us right now. It's a pretty complicated situation for the race committee to decide. Yeah, we did have the stream. We were watching that disconnect at the very second it happened. So luckily we were watching that. It does look like it was a simultaneous disconnect.
I thought it was my connection issues here. I'm glad I'm not the only one with connection issues.
I just hope that the committee is going to be able to make a decision quickly so that it doesn't get hard for other players and the audience especially who's following along with us tonight. Because,
the committee apparently has called a restart of the race.
Committee's calling for a restart? Alright, well then that means we're going to go back into the semifinals. I think that was probably the, considering we already saw that there were some connection problems tonight, I think that was the easiest call to make, to let just this race restart. We've only had 1 restart so far. I think it's acceptable in that sense. Menu du 40, Menu, hi. Sorry we didn't say hi earlier to you in this chat. Didn't see your message right away, but good to have you with us. Thanks for joining us in the semifinals of the Team Race League Team Elimination Cup. 4v4, last is out, and we are in the maybe before the last round before the finals. Maybe it's the last round before the finals. We're going to be here for the whole evening, or at least probably until midnight, so that we manage to bring you all of the final rounds. The finals will be best of 3, meaning that we may only have 2 rounds also to bring you guys. But we're here to go all night long. And thank you for dropping by on the chat. Thank you for dropping by on the stream. Thank you for just, supporting us on Instagram, Twitter. All of those accounts that we try to post different content to. Try not to post the same stuff all the time to the same media. Yeah. I can see Arthur is being right now requested by the race committee to give the official feedback on what he saw during the race, because as the streaming channel of this race, we're also here to help the race committee whenever we can. So Arthur, that's why he's not in the chat right now. He's not speaking with us right now. He's giving the race committee his exact impression. He was following it. We were watching it with him. 4 boats disconnected at the same time. Sailing Frog, Criqueville, but also 3 Spanish boats. Impossible to say which boat were disconnected first. Doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, yeah,
we
the solid choice when it's an issue from the game. It would be hard to penalize any of the teams for said issue. So it only makes sense that the race organizers would want to have a fair solution for everyone and just restart it.
Well, I would say one restart per evening is acceptable. If it starts happening too often, we're going to have to, unfortunately, decide.
Sure.
But right now, 10 seconds to the start, we're going to head into the aerial view. Sailing Frogs in pink, Portugal, Spain in yellow, Virtual Intercourse in green, Virtual Intercourse picking up a penalty, as well as Portugal, Spain. And Portugal, Spain with a false start over here. Sam Sanchez, unfortunately, was over the line just before the top.
Nice try, though.
Now he's also on the wrong tack, seeing as how the shift is heading him right now. And there we go. He's going back into better pressure, catching up a little bit over on Delve Basma. But definitely his false start is going to cost him a lot in this semifinal. Portugal-Spain has no loss so far. So if they picked up a loss on this race, it would not be the end for them.
And Pepito doing the aggressive play there, trying to cover Dean, giving him his bad air, and attacking again, just following up with his exact move. He doesn't get distance. I like those plays.
Is this pink boat right here. The French fleet are those 4 pink boats right there. I'm pretty sure we've heard this song before, so I think we might switch over to a new playlist.
Yep.
Low-key Savages. This sounds like something you might like, Arthur.
Savage. Wonderful.
Alright. Trying to play you guys a little bit of music because unfortunately audio effects on this game are terrible. There's no way we could actually bring you the audio from Virtual Regatta without having to be able to adjust the volume all the time. It really sucks. Yeah, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to switch over. Yeah, Sam Sanchez hasn't been able to catch up, and his team hasn't really started defending so far. They can start a wall block at the first upwind mark. I expect them to be waiting for that moment because it's the most efficient time to start defending. But meanwhile, Sam Sanchez is picking up 100 meters of delay in this race, and that's going to be hard to catch up.
Yeah, as you were saying, they're not in a very bad position because they don't have any outs, but that will cost them dearly.
Portugal, Spain, Nausea da Costa starting the wall block, blocking Virtual Intercourse, blocking the Sailing Frogs boat, but fortunately Sailing Frogs passed so grouped together, so bunched together, that they were able to confuse the yellow boat and keep them guessing on which side they would try to pass on. Which has managed to keep, for the moment, Sam Sanchez in last position.
Oh, no friendly fire, French frogs.
Yeah, Sailing Frogs unfortunately putting a lot of friendly fire on that mark. They wanted to block the ending, but they should have given themselves just a little bit more space. That's where you see how much experience can play in team racing. Friendly fire is something that the most experienced teams never do. Other teams that can be very good by all respects, if they haven't been playing with one another for a long time in team racing, unfortunately they do inflict penalties on one another. Let's go see where Sam Sanchez is right now. He's got good wind. All of the other boats are being shadowed, or at least are in the wind shadows of the other boats. So Sam Sanchez might have a chance to come back up here and defend Team Portugal-Spain's chance of going on to the finals. So far, they have not lost a single race. I see that Partisan29 is in the chat. Comment ça va? Howdy. Good to see you. And thanks for dropping in. Say hi. Don't be shy. Say hi. Partisan29 is a very good player from France on Virtual Regatta. You probably had a chance to see him. Very well ranked at the end of all the eSailing World Championship events. If you play the World Championship events. A lot of players only play private leagues now, so the season's almost over. We already know who's going to be going to playoffs. I'm not going to playoffs. I finished 1,816 or something. So I'm 800 places away from going to the playoffs this season, but you can mark my words, next year I will be going off to the playoffs. I will be trying to play a lot more high-level events and scoring better. Who is last right now? It is still Sam Sanchez, 4 meters behind Zev Nice. It is going to start getting a little bloody right now. Who else do we have? We have FC 683, Sabadi, Manduz. Hey, hi to all you guys. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. That way we'll see you guys coming a little bit more often. And Spadai. I don't know how you pronounce that. If you could help me with that, that could probably that would be cool from you. LJL Card. Good to see you too. Coming in for the semifinals of the TRL event tonight. So here we go. Now things are starting to get real interesting. Sam Sanchez and Zavnis are going to be fighting it out, and now it's going to be teamwork on behalf of Team Port Spain and Team Sailing Frogs. I couldn't say who's going to win this and who's going to lose this right now. It's still way too tight.
It is so tight, yeah. I am observing their every technique, trying to see what they're doing at a very fine level. And I see those little moves. See Martin trying to
Martin being super aggressive as he knows how to do. Martin Fernandez, fantastic team race player, and of course, very aggressive player who knows how to play the penalties in Virtual Regatta very well. It's a completely different game from real sailing, so you have to have a lot of experience before you start playing those kind of tactics. Here we go. Port Spain and Virtual Intercourse on the dogleg first. Sailing Frogs, having trouble to get around that first downwind mark without too many penalties, but Kriegville has a penalty on him right now, and the wall block on the second mark has begun. Oh, this is going to be brutal. All right, so we're going to try to see which teams are able to sail outwards and round the mark large out of the mark. Here we go. Port Spain putting a penalty on 2 French boats. Oh, that was terrible. Terrible for France. Terrible picking up penalties at this point in the race, but everything is still open. We're only on the first downwind leg of this semifinal, race number 8.
Savnis, they're trying to play a little game with Dean and eventually said, nope, I am starboard tack, you will get the penalty.
Where is Dean?
Leaving right side of the water. Then just bearing off, and Xevnis heading for Bradley Adam. So I think it's going to be a fight between the Virtual Intercourse and Sailing Frogs. Apparently Sanchez just caught up with the fleet, and Sanchez is not in a bad situation anymore, so well done to him.
Yeah, Sam Sanchez was able to come back, and his teamwork definitely paid off. I don't want to say it's only him, it's the 3 other boats as well. And now it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have to go into aerial view to be able to see everything at the same time. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters going on of a pink boat and a green boat. But as you can see, Pepito isn't afraid to sail backwards just to be able to go slow down Dove Basma. And these 2 teams both have an out. So whoever loses this battle right now is going to be eliminated in 3rd place. Hope the music is bringing you a little bit of ambiance. Here we go. Semi-final is playing out right before your eyes right now. And it's probably playing out over on the left side of the water. Oof. There we go. Sailing Frogs picking up a penalty here. That was Pepito, who was a little bit too close to Brad Adams. And, yeah. If Kriegvide is not able to slow down the other green boats right now, and I doubt it's going to be enough, even if he was.
Yeah, and the 100-meter line, that was really a close call.
Yeah, that was very rough for Pepito, who had been playing an excellent game so far tonight. Really good team coaching and really good tactics shown by the Sailing Frogs. They finished second on race 1 and on race 4, but unfortunately on this race they're going to finish last, and that is going to be it for them in this TRL team elimination race. We are saying goodbye to the French team. Merci, à la prochaine fois. And we will go on straight to the finals, best of 3. So now we're going back to we're going back to 0. Clearing the table, clearing the slate. Teams are back to 0. Best of 3. Whoever wins 2 races first will win this event tonight. So really happy to bring you guys this race. Really glad to see you guys in the chat. And here we go. What we've been waiting for all night. The finals, the big finals of this event. Before we go into the finals, I just want to say thanks to Team Race League, to players like Dean from the Virtual Intercourse team, but Lucas Moore, Brad Adams, who else should we want to thank?
Arthur 21-7.
Arthur 21-7, the whole team, the whole community who brings us all of these great races on the channel. We wouldn't be able to bring you guys.
Setting up the team.
We definitely wouldn't be able to bring you guys races if it wasn't for them. So before we hop into these finals, we just want to say thanks. And again, if you want to get in on this, if you want to be one of these guys who gets paid absolutely nothing to comment races late at night, give us a call, write us an email, reach out. It's fun. I mean, if it wasn't fun, we wouldn't be doing it anyway. So we wouldn't be taking time off from work or making our girlfriends wait until midnight to go to sleep because I'm out here streaming in the living room if it wasn't fun. So if you want to get involved, if you want to help us build the community, there's a lot of stuff coming up in the next weeks. Nations Cup, eSailing World Championship playoffs, eSailing World Championship finals, and then there's a whole new season of eSailing World Championship starting again in December. So now is the time, if you want to get in on this, to give us a shout.
Final match is up.
Yep. So Portugal, Spain. My money is on Portugal, Spain. I'm sorry. I think Portugal, Spain is favorite.
They've proven a flawless game tonight, so I think they're a pretty safe bet. Right.
I mean, look at the lineup they're pulling out tonight. They've got Lord Beery from Czech Republic. They've got Nelson Acosta from Spain, and they've got Martin Fernandez from Portugal. I want to say it's already looking pretty good. Who's their fourth? Samuel Sanchez, who we just saw make an incredible comeback on the last race. So, not worried for them. But I'm also not too worried for Virtual Intercourse. I mean, we know these guys. We know Brad. We know Arthur. We know Dean. And Dove Basma for his first participation with Virtual Intercourse is really bringing them good luck.
Yeah, we can say so. Without any chance of jinxing it. I mean, this is really the best of the best on the game, or at least from their respective countries.
No, I wouldn't even say. I mean, there are a couple of names that are missing. If we wanted to have, I would say, like the best possible lineup in the world. This is it could have a Serre, it could have Deja Vu. It could have Velista or a couple of players like that, but for now, I think right now we have the best players on the game tonight, with the LDLN crew that is currently sailing in their own event going on, which you can watch.
Yep.
But we have the best players of the game right here tonight. And we have the best audience of the game right here tonight with you guys on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube.
Definitely. As we are getting 25 seconds to the start. Nothing out of the usual for this start.
They're keep on playing. The line is much shorter now that we have 2 teams only. I also wanted to say I have the best co-host of the night on this entire game, on this entire stream, and that's Arcturus. It's really cool that he helps us out on this channel as well. So thank you, bro. Literally, bro.
I definitely have the best hosts in that case, you know.
No,
sorry, Thomas. I love what you.
We're both co-hosts. No false starts. All right, stop sending ourselves compliments and start concentrating on praise. No false starts. Virtual Intercourse taking the lead. Most boats have now tacked to port, and they will be controlling. This is going to be a match race. Something tells me this is going to be a match race.
As we start the boss music for the final.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit like the boss soundtrack to an old Mario game. Green team, Virtual Intercourse, mostly American players. Yellow team, Team Portugal, Spain, mostly Portuguese and Spanish players, but there's also a Czech player in there, Lord Beery. Here's a cross coming around, but that was going to be a friendly fire cross, so luckily Virtual Intercourse avoided it. These are 2 amazing teams. They managed very well in the last TRL events, whether it was the TRL Open Team Race Festival or the pop-up events as well. And they're also really regular teams. We find the same lineups from one event to the next, and it's really great. I wanted to say one thing. Team 541 Top Sail Coach is officially the first team to have a logo.
Really. Congrats and good for them.
541 Top Sail Coach. I guess it's also because they have a sailing school, but they have that level ahead of most other teams. They have their own logo. They have their own graphic identity, and hopefully we'll be able to have more teams coming around with their own graphics and their own logos pretty soon. It'll just help us to keep you guys informed and help you guys follow along what each team is doing from one season to the next. Virtual Intercourse still in the lead. Portugal, Spain struggling right now to find the strategy and find a way around it, because the defense strategy being used by the green team is very good. Best of 3, so whoever wins 2 rounds of this final phase will go home winner for tonight.
Yep, it's gonna be a best of 3, so we still have a decent amount of races to go.
Green just avoided another friendly fire. You can see that's where the experience I was talking about earlier. These guys are racing in Team Race League all the time with one another. And so they know the timing, they know that the other is paying attention, and that they can try these risky moves. I think the friendly fire cost Sailing Frogs a lot tonight. If they didn't have that friendly fire, they might have been in a slightly more comfortable position.
I'm gonna say the Portuguese-Spanish team cost the friendly frogs a lot.
Obviously.
That was probably the thing that penalized them the most.
In the vacuum, you've got to race well with one another, but against other teams, it becomes a lot harder. Right now, Portugal, Spain, all 4 boats are behind, and this is the first time we've seen this all night.
Yeah, they got a decent advantage, a little bit more than 100 meters, and 150 between Martin and Bradley, first and last. But for the rest, it's pretty much 100 meters, so we're going to see a lot of plays on Doze and Arthur's side. but
I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything here. Yellow team is a little bit too far behind to actually... They're going to pick on one boat. They're going to try to put everything on this one boat.
I think it just started, yep.
That one boat is going to be Delwe Basma, as usual. He's getting picked on a lot tonight.
And another penalty there. It's 2 in like 8 seconds there.
Yeah, but he manages to go inside on the mark.
shoes.
He manages to pass inside on the mark without hitting the mark. Oof. And now he's got a starboard over on Martin Fernandez. Not going to be enough. Not going to tack in front of him. Tried to put a penalty on him, and the two other green boats, Brad and Dean, are doing their job. They're covering. They're slowing down the other yellow boats. Martin's going to have a choice. Does he help his teammates, or does he try to keep Dove Basma behind? This may be the second to last race of the evening. We've got maybe another 2 races after this one, maybe only one. Watching Virtual Intercourse race against Portugal, Spain tonight. And if you play a little bit of Virtual Regatta, you know any team called Portugal, Spain is going to be a tough team.
It is true. It's almost even true in every esport game. Like, they have some serious competitors, whatever the game.
Alright, Delwe Basma currently still last. Ooh, no! Sam Sanchez took the penalty off of Delwe Basma as I said that. Pretty sick move, especially on this second upwind leg. The race is starting to get very tight.
Yeah, but Nose saw that and has reacted in a few seconds to try to go cover Delwe Basma. And yeah, they're just really steady players there, really steady plays.
And now it's Delwe Basma who's picked up another penalty again. They're just
As
giving
they catch up to the first mark.
I said it was going to be
Bradley's-
a match race. You can see a match race going on over here at the left lay line. And here we go. Fight.
Bradley
There's
just
already
stopped.
Brad is already on the mark trying to wall block. It's a little bit hard to wall block all alone. Dean picks up the penalty. Unfortunately, somehow his wall block didn't work, and now Arthur's going to pick up a penalty as well. Nope, managed to avoid it. Managed to avoid it. Oof, oof, this is pretty sick right now. Kind of hard to tell you guys what's going on exactly. As you can see, Green Virtual Intercourse trying to slow down Team Spain-Portugal, but it is not working for them.
And Bradley just hit Byri's stern and being slowed down.
Three penalties for Virtual Intercourse on the second dogleg mark. That is not good. And here we go, a fourth penalty again on Arthur. So what we're looking at right now is the second downwind leg. And Virtual Intercourse, who had been well ahead during the beginning of the race, is now having to struggle and fight. Oh, there's some more battles going on over here. Oof, it's going to be hard to show you guys, but I'm going to try to bring you all the action going on at the very edge, the very ley line on this downwind leg. It is Lord Beery who picked up a penalty and is slowed down drastically. Lucky for him, Bradley doesn't have the possibility of covering him. He has to cover.
Bradley is holding Sanchez. See how he's just pushing him aside.
But Sam Sanchez made a great move right there. He just managed to speed up and may be able to pass Brad on this. This is very close. As you can see, the green, this little circle that's going from green and red, showing us the advantage or disadvantage that Brad has over Sam Sanchez, and you can see it moves very quickly. 300 meters to the end of this race and the first semifinal.
Brad just had to stay. He had the starboard tack advantage there, which he still has. So, well, not against Martin, but he still had it on Sanchez. So this is going to be quite.
I'm gonna keep.
Oh,
yeah,
that
I'm gonna
move.
keep betting
And
on
now-
yellow right now. I think. Ah, shit! Just as I say that, Brad manages to
Yeah.
squeeze his way in between Martin and Sam Sanchez, but oof. Yeah. Wow.
Split seconds.
Split second moves, very good reflexes on behalf of Brad. I'm pretty sure that made him pass second to last. Yeah. As you can see right now, Brad actually managed to pass sixth. I don't know how he managed that, but he just finished sixth. Yeah, Team Virtual Intercourse is already celebrating their race in the chat, their first win. Don't celebrate too soon, guys. Don't celebrate too soon. This is only the first race of a best of 3. And we're happy to see how far this is going to go. Maybe we go all the way into 3 rounds. But the first round goes to Virtual Intercourse, that green team that you just saw win on the line at the very last second. That's what team racing is all about.
Very.
All right, so we have the whole LDLN team, and we see WHGBR racing right now with LDLN. Good for you, man. Definitely knows the private circuit. J70's over in Portugal racing. Clash of Titans, who is this? No one I know of. These are definitely not the Titans I'm familiar with. Is this going to be the last race? Thanks, Partisan. Thanks for dropping by in the stream. Good to see you, and hope to see you again on the stream soon. But I know you have to go concentrate on the playoffs because you're going to be definitely taking part in those. So good luck for that. Good luck for the playoffs. All right. If you've stayed with us this long, thank you. Thank you. Say hi in the chat. We're happy to have you guys. We're all a big happy family just chilling and watching eSailing together. And we've got a minute to go for the start of what could be the final round of the evening if Virtual Intercourse can win this. They've been playing very risky, but also very consistently, winning several rounds of the evening. So, I don't know. I was betting on Team Yellow earlier, but this could be an easy win for Virtual Intercourse as well.
I'm being called for work.
Oh, are we going to lose you before the very last race, man?
It's all good. It's all good. It's for another job that I do without getting paid, so it's okay.
It's another one. On top of Inshore streams, you have another job that you do without getting paid.
I do a lot of shit without getting paid.
All right, bad start. Ooh, terrible start for Portugal, Spain. They had a false start with Samuel Sanchez and a very, very late start with Martin Fernandez. So this is going to be hard for them to cover on their first upwind. But this is Virtual Regatta. We know a lot can happen. So stay with us till the very end. I know it's midnight if you're in Europe right now, if you're in continental Europe, it's midnight already. I know you're tired. I know you have to work tomorrow. But this is eSailing. Stay with us. It's important.
Bear with us.
Bear with us, man. I mean, you've got Virtual Intercourse in Portugal, Spain, battling it out. Come on, guys. Let us know what you think. Write us in the chat and stay with us till the finals. Here we go. Fight starting over here on the left side of the water. Virtual Intercourse still covering Portugal, Spain.
still covering on that upwind leg. It's going to be a very slow play.
Lord Beery's
Although
been
they-
doing pretty well. The shift is really helping Lord Beery, and this will help the entire yellow team.
Probably will, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, but that second shift now is actually putting put Lord Beery back in 8th place. Holy shit! Those are the wind shifts we like in Virtual Regatta.
even if we didn't like them, those are the win shifts we have.
They are the wind shifts we need, but not the wind shifts we deserve.
Oh.
You can see where I get my references from. All right, let's hear all the virtual intercourse team fans in the chat. I want to hear people supporting their team because they are very close to winning this. This is only the first upwind leg, but if you are a fan of Team Virtual Intercourse, now is the time to root for them. And if you're a fan of Team Portugal Spain, then now is the time to support them as well. All right, here we go. First penalty, but unfortunately for Portugal Spain, they were not able to get on the inside of the mark, so they picked up the penalty. It was now Sept Acosta. Currently trying to not put penalties on their teammates as well. Friendly fire is enabled on the server. And yellow is going to chase down green. That's the only option they have right now. Wait. No, yeah, I thought that now Sept Acosta had seen something. Maybe some stronger wind pressure over to the right side, but I think they're just spreading out to try to put as much wind shadow as they can downwind.
And here, their classic play of trying to cover
Dove Basma
Sharks.
playing very well. Dove Basma putting a penalty down there on Sam Sanchez, even though he was getting squeezed. The team coordination from Portugal Spain wasn't as good as Dove Basma's reflexes. He's got good reflexes. He's a kid. He's a kid. He's not a kid, but he's one of the younger players. He's one of the younger players. I think he's still a minor. But amazing talent out of the Netherlands. Unfortunately, picking up a penalty here from now Sept Acosta, very hard to beat. Also, this amazing Spanish player that we see often on Team Race League events. So, what's happening right now is that it is last is out. This is not normal team racing. If yellow finishes last, then green will have won the event. But right now, green is last. And
they are continuing on picking on that last
they are
player.
picking on them, but that's not always the best strategy to pick on someone too long. You need to be able to break off at one point and get that inertia back, get that speed back into your boat. What's going to happen right now is that the green boats that are up ahead are going to try to slow down. As you can see right now with Arthur 21, they will even go backwards just to slow down the boats that are keeping their teammates behind.
They have some crazy strategies. You do not want to be on the opposing teams of these sailors. They will definitely do everything they can to.
I would not like to be in Virtual Intercourse's team chat. I can tell you right now, it must be very tense. It must be a very tense moment. The wind is within their reach, but they need to help Dove Basma get back into that 7th position, all without losing a spot. There we go. They've got
Stowe
it.
gives back a penalty to
Nels
Nozet.
just picked up a penalty. We were unable to show you that. Unfortunately, it looks like there was probably a penalty over a late tack. Martin Fernandez coming back. There we go.
These plays, dude. These plays.
Yeah, boat just going straight backwards, straight at you. There's this piracy. This is international high seas piracy. Oh, but that was unfortunate. Arthur tried to put a penalty on Martin Fernandez, but completely lost it. Not only was the penalty against him, but then he got headed.
And then look what's happening at the first mark. Just Bradley just waiting for everybody. Okay, boys, come on, let's hurry up. I've been waiting for the last 2 minutes.
Let's go see. What's Brad doing
backwards
here at the first mark? He's doing
just waiting.
His one-man wall block.
It's like, guys, stop going backwards just to inflict penalties. You'll take your kite. Just let's pass the marks first. Come on, let's do this.
This is
another
what
aggressive play.
Honestly, I'll let you guys in on a secret. I'm not sure that Fleet Last is Out is a very interesting race format, but team versus team Last is Out is really fun to watch. Oh man, Yellow, what strategy that they're able to put into place. This is amazing how every time they're able to bring the whole team back up all together. And there's nothing you can do if you're doing a wall block all alone, but that 3 Spanish boats come up to you, or 3 yellow boats come up to you at the same time. There's not much you can do. They're gonna put the penalty on you, they're gonna get past you, and Brad is trying his best. But right now, it's not enough. It's not enough to slow down 3 boats at once. He doesn't need to slow down 3 boats. He only needs to slow down 1 boat and let his teammates speed up. And that's what they're going to start doing on Martin Fernandez right now. So,
on the right side downwind, we have Nozet and Martin, who are playing very aggressively with Dean and Arthur. And Doe just holding Lord Byrie aside. Still,
Martin
very
Fernandez has lost
here.
a lot of speed right now. He's 11 knots. Other boats seem to be going a little bit faster. They only seem to be going a little bit faster. I think it's all his jives that are costing him in speed. And there we go. Nowzet just picked up a penalty. Dean also picked up a penalty. Oh my gosh, this is really hard to say what is going to happen at the very end of the race. We have a green boat and a yellow boat that are just 4 meters apart, both on their starboard jive. And Martin just picks up another penalty, and Sam Sanchez picks up another penalty. Virtual intercourse doing the job on this last one. Nowzet picking up a penalty. This is going to look like a very serious option on the win for virtual intercourse if they can bring their
friendly fire.
Friendly fire, but doesn't really matter, does it, when you win it?
Wow, what a play.
That is well played. GG to both teams in this finals. Team Portugal, Spain, and Team Virtual Intercourse. Virtual Intercourse taking it down with a very good best of 3. They win the first 2 rounds, and that's it for them. Very, very impressive. I hope to be able to rewatch that last round several times just to understand how many times the advantage shifted. What'd you think, Arthur?
I mean, I would have not expected that. I thought the Spanish Portugal team had a more solid play all in general, and it was a great team play. But man, that downwind leg, wow, that just blew me away.
I want to say, congratulations to Portugal, Spain, who managed to get through the entire fleet racing phase without the least loss. Unfortunately, when it came down to match racing, like we said a little bit earlier, match racing against virtual intercourse, very complicated. This screen that you can see right now up on your screen shows you how much it changed and how much that advantage just shifted back and forth on that last upwind, last downwind leg. Very interesting graphics to look at. Yep. All right.
I want to see more of these. Yeah, you were right. It's team last is out is something else. There are some wicked plays.
Yeah. And wicked plays, but also really, really fun stream to do with you guys. Unfortunately, it's already over, But I wanted to thank everyone who was part of the stream, who dropped in tonight, who's still with us now. Commander Root, G-Jax, Lurks, Manduz, Jan. Wanted to say thanks to everyone who stayed on until the very end of the stream. And again, thanks to the race committee, to all the eSailors, and to Arcturus, our co-host on Inshore streams.
My pleasure.
Any last words for tonight?
Stay breezy.
All right. I just wanted to say congratulations to all the players who are finishing up on the Solitaire du Figaro. And that's finishing up on Virtual Regatta Offshore. And that was a very fun race. I dropped out very early into the race, so that's why I respect what you guys did all the more. And I also wanted to invite you guys to start looking into the Jules Verne Trophy. There's more and more videos coming out. I'm very excited about the chances that the Gitana team has of breaking the world record, managing around the world in less than 40 days. Their boat is amazing. They have one of the best teams that's ever been assembled in offshore racing. So if that's something that's interesting you, check out Gitana Team Jules Verne Trophy 2020. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being on the channel, and hope to see you guys on the next stream.
See you very soon.
All right. Congratulations to Virtual Intercourse. You guys finally did it.